Hello everyone and welcome to my Beyond the Gates CBS Update 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hailey and Randy relive the con that changed everything. Just when viewers thought they had finally figured out Hailey Hamilton, Beyond the Gates is preparing to pull back the curtain on one of the show's biggest mysteries. For months, fans have watched Hailey maneuver herself deeper into Bill Hamilton's life, carefully positioning herself as the devoted wife while quietly influencing nearly every aspect of his daily routine. Now, as Fairmont Crest heads into another explosive week, a major flashback episode promises to reveal exactly how it all began. And the truth could be even worse than anyone imagined. According to spoilers for the week of June 1st to 5th, Hailey and Randy will revisit the origins of their long-running con against Bill. The conversation is expected to take viewers back to the very beginning, long before Hailey became Mrs. Bill Hamilton, long before she moved into his mansion, and long before Bill ever realized that the beautiful young woman in front of him might have entered his life for reasons far more sinister than love. The timing could not be more dangerous. Bill is already beginning to notice troubling changes in his health. His hands continue shaking. He is suffering from dizzy spells. His concentration is slipping. Even worse, he has started questioning whether stress alone can explain what is happening to him. Every day that passes increases the risk that he might finally uncover the horrifying truth. That makes Thursday's flashback episode especially important. For months, viewers have speculated about the nature of Hailey and Randy's partnership. While it has always been clear that the two share secrets, the full extent of their relationship remains shrouded in mystery. Are they siblings? Former lovers? Longtime partners in crime? Whatever the answer may be, one thing has become increasingly obvious. Bill did not randomly stumble into Hailey's life. He was chosen, targeted, studied, and ultimately manipulated. The flashback promises to answer several questions that have lingered since the storyline first began. How did Hailey identify Bill as a potential mark? Was Joey Armstrong involved from the start? Did Randy recruit Hailey, or was the scheme originally her idea? Most importantly, was the goal always marriage? Or did the plan evolve over time as Bill became more emotionally invested? The answers could completely change how viewers see every interaction Hailey has had since arriving in Fairmont Crest. Looking back, there have been warning signs everywhere. Hailey always seemed unusually prepared whenever obstacles appeared. She always knew exactly what to say, exactly how to react, exactly which emotional buttons to push. Even when situations became difficult, she somehow managed to stay one step ahead. At the time, many people dismissed those moments as simple luck. Now it appears they may have been evidence of something far more calculated. The possibility that Hailey has been executing a long-term operation from the very beginning changes everything. It also makes Bill's current situation even more tragic, because despite his many flaws, Bill genuinely appears to believe he found love again. After years of complicated relationships, betrayals, and heartbreak, he allowed himself to trust Hailey completely. He defended her, supported her, protected her, and if the spoilers are accurate, she may have been deceiving him every step of the way. What makes the story even darker is the apparent poisoning storyline unfolding simultaneously. Recent episodes have shown Hailey secretly dosing Bill while pretending to care about his health. Every time Bill expresses concern about his symptoms, Hailey finds a way to redirect him. She discourages doctor visits. She attributes everything to stress. She reassures him that nothing is seriously wrong. In reality, viewers know exactly why she wants him to avoid medical testing. The longer Bill remains in the dark, the longer Hailey can maintain control. But cracks are beginning to form. Bill is asking more questions. Joey appears increasingly suspicious, and even Randy seems less comfortable than before. That tension could become a major factor during the flashback episode, because remembering how the con began may force both Hailey and Randy to confront how far they have come, and how dangerous their situation has become. Meanwhile, another massive storyline continues building momentum. Joey Armstrong and Randy are preparing for what could become the most important meeting of their lives. The face-to-face encounter with the Impaler. For months, the mysterious criminal mastermind has loomed over Fairmont Crest like a shadow. The plasma ring investigation introduced viewers to a complex criminal hierarchy, but the Impaler has always remained the figure at the very top. The name alone inspires fear. Even seasoned criminals seem reluctant to discuss him. Law enforcement has struggled to identify him. Witnesses either refuse to talk or genuinely do not know his identity. The result is a villain who feels larger than life. Now that mystery may finally begin unraveling. Friday's episode teases that Joey and Randy will prepare for their meeting with the Impaler, suggesting viewers could be closer than ever to discovering who has been pulling the strings. Naturally, speculation is running wild. One of the biggest theories continues surrounding Doug McBride. His shocking reappearance has created endless questions. If Doug survived his supposed death, where has he been? How has he remained hidden for months? Why return now? And perhaps most importantly, how did he acquire such an aura of mystery and power? Many fans have noticed that Doug's return coincides almost perfectly with increased discussion about the Impaler. That timing feels suspicious. Whether Doug truly is the Impaler remains unknown, but the theory continues gaining momentum. Regardless of the answer, Joey clearly understands the gravity of the situation. For perhaps the first time in years, Joey appears genuinely uneasy. The casino owner typically thrives under pressure. He enjoys being the smartest person in the room. He enjoys controlling situations. He enjoys holding information others lack. The Impaler changes that dynamic. Suddenly, Joey becomes the one facing uncertainty. Suddenly, Joey becomes the one answering questions. Suddenly, Joey becomes vulnerable. That alone makes the upcoming meeting fascinating. Elsewhere, the week offers plenty of emotional developments for Fairmont Crest residents still coping with recent tragedies. Monday begins with Nicole Dupree making a potentially explosive confession to Ted Richardson. After weeks of struggling with lingering feelings and unexpected fantasies involving her ex-husband, Nicole finally decides honesty is the best policy. Whether Ted agrees remains to be seen. The confession could either bring them closer together or create even more complications for their already fragile relationship. Shanice Johnson also continues dealing with overwhelming grief following Derek Baldwin's death. Every day presents new challenges. Every reminder reopens old wounds. And with Ted increasingly caught between his past and present relationships, Shanice may find herself questioning where she truly stands. Andre Richardson faces emotional challenges of his own when he opens up to Chelsea Hamilton about his deepest fears. Given Andre's history of loss, the conversation promises to reveal a vulnerable side viewers rarely see. Meanwhile, Isaiah Hawthorne pushes Joey for answers regarding the plasma ring investigation. His demand for honesty could place Joey in an increasingly difficult position, especially if secrets continue piling up around him. Tuesday shifts attention toward the Hawthorne family as they celebrate one of their own. Yet even amid celebration, tensions continue simmering. Isaiah issues an ultimatum. Darlene attempts to coexist peacefully with both Eva and Leslie, and Danny Dupree shares valuable wisdom with her daughter during an important moment. Perhaps most interestingly, spoilers reveal that Haley's actions continue keeping Bill isolated from his family. That detail suggests her manipulation campaign remains active. The more disconnected Bill becomes, the easier he becomes to control. Wednesday focuses heavily on family dynamics. Nicole seeks guidance from Anita Dupree. Martin offers advice to Vernon. Ted attempts to comfort an emotionally overwhelmed Eva. Naomi and Smitty finally share a long overdue conversation. Kat and Chelsea remind Samantha just how much she is loved. And Tyrell and Jessica make a bold decision that could significantly impact their future. Thursday belongs largely to Haley and Randy. Their flashback-heavy episode promises to fill in critical gaps regarding their history while simultaneously exploring Bill's reflections on past and present romances. The juxtaposition feels intentional. As Bill looks backward at relationships that shaped his life, viewers will discover the hidden truth behind the woman currently sharing it. Friday raises the stakes even further. Vernon secures support from an unexpected ally, Victor Newman. Martin prepares for the arrival of the Abbott family. Grayson seeks Ashley's forgiveness, and Joey prepares to meet the Impaler. That final development alone could redefine multiple storylines moving forward. The week also carries special significance because it includes Beyond the Gates' 300th episode milestone. For a relatively young soap opera, reaching such a landmark represents an impressive achievement. The show has quickly established itself through ambitious storytelling, interconnected family dynamics, and willingness to tackle larger mysteries alongside traditional soap opera romance and drama. The upcoming week appears designed to showcase all those strengths simultaneously. There are emotional confessions, family celebrations, romantic complications, dangerous secrets, criminal conspiracies, shocking revelations, and potentially one of the biggest mystery developments since the Plasma Ring storyline began. If the spoilers are any indication, Fairmont Crest is heading into one of its most explosive weeks yet. Haley's secrets are becoming harder to contain. Bill is inching closer to the truth. Joey's preparing for a potentially life-changing meeting. And somewhere in the shadows, the Impaler is finally ready to step forward. The only question is whether Fairmont Crest is prepared for what happens when that mystery is finally exposed. Because once the truth emerges, there may be no turning back. Fairmont Crest awakens to a storm that no one sees coming. What begins as a quiet evening of celebration quickly spirals into a night of secrets, betrayal, and terrifying revelations that could change the lives of several powerful families forever. Anita and Vernon Dupree finally decide they deserve a moment for themselves after months of battling cancer, fear, and uncertainty. Determined to reconnect, they plan a romantic evening away from family obligations. Unfortunately, peace proves impossible to find. First comes Kat, bursting through the door with excitement over the latest success of Chelsea Cat. Before the couple can recover from that interruption, Martin appears with concerns of his own. Embarrassed by the awkward timing, both children quickly retreat, but the damage has already been done. Anita laughs it off, but Vernon appears distracted. Something isn't right. Although he hides it behind a smile, Vernon has become increasingly concerned about moments he can't explain. Forgotten conversations, misplaced items, strange gaps in memory that leave him unsettled. Instead of returning home, Anita surprises him with an unexpected suggestion. Why not spend the night at a luxury hotel? For the first time in months, they leave their worries behind and check into an elegant suite overlooking the city. But even there, Vernon cannot escape the growing fear that something may be happening to him. As Anita sleeps, he quietly stares out the window, haunted by questions he isn't ready to answer. Meanwhile, across town, another crisis is brewing. At the casino, Joey Armstrong arranges a private meeting with Bill Hamilton. The stakes couldn't be higher. Rumors surrounding the Red Market plasma operation are spreading throughout the city. Investigators are getting closer. Names are beginning to surface, and Joey knows he's one wrong move away from becoming the center of a criminal scandal. He wants Bill's help. Specifically, he wants the powerful attorney to get ahead of any legal fallout before authorities begin connecting dots. But Joey's carefully prepared pitch never gets off the ground. During their conversation, he notices something unusual. Bill's hand is shaking. At first, Joey assumes it's stress. Then he notices it happening again and again. The discovery immediately shifts his focus. Why is one of the city's most powerful men suddenly unable to control the tremor? Bill brushes it off, claiming exhaustion, but Joey isn't convinced. For the first time, he begins wondering whether Bill is hiding something much bigger than legal concerns. Elsewhere in Fairmont Crest, Vanessa Richardson struggles with grief she thought she had buried. Following a conversation about the upcoming cotillion and the legacy of Derek's death, she finds herself overwhelmed by old emotions. Determined to honor his memory, Vanessa announces a major expansion of the clinic's internship program. A scholarship bearing Derek's name will be established to help future medical students achieve their dreams. The announcement receives praise from everyone around her, yet privately, Vanessa remains conflicted. Derek's death has reopened wounds she never fully healed. As she speaks with Joey later that evening, she confesses something startling. She hasn't just been thinking about Derek, she's been thinking about Doug. The memories refuse to leave her alone. Joey attempts to comfort her, but before he can respond, his phone rings. The caller-ID immediately drains the color from his face. Only 3 words appear on the screen. The Impaler calling. Suddenly, everything else becomes irrelevant. The mysterious figure behind the criminal empire wants a meeting. Immediately. And Joey knows refusing isn't an option. At the Hawthorne home, Jacob finally returns after weeks of danger, secrecy, and undercover operations. Naomi has imagined this moment countless times. She pictured relief, happiness, reunion. Instead, she finds herself staring at a man she barely recognizes. The bruises tell a story Jacob doesn't want to share. The exhaustion in his eyes reveals the emotional damage he's trying to hide. Naomi can no longer pretend everything is normal. She confesses that she feels lost. Being married to a police officer is one thing. Being married to someone constantly risking his life inside a violent criminal organization is another. Jacob finally opens up. For months he's carried crushing guilt over Derek's death. He blames himself. Even though everyone insists he couldn't have changed what happened, Jacob believes every decision he made pushed events toward tragedy. Now Derek's father openly holds him responsible. The accusations cut deeper than any physical injury. Naomi listens carefully as her husband admits something shocking. He's beginning to wonder whether exposing the organization is worth the personal cost. For the first time, Jacob sounds ready to walk away. But before Naomi can respond, a new message arrives. A lead, a location, a possible breakthrough, and Jacob immediately knows he can't stop now. The case has become too dangerous to abandon. Across town, another unlikely alliance begins taking shape. Leslie Thomas corners Haley Hamilton outside a restaurant. The encounter starts politely enough. It doesn't stay that way. Haley makes it clear she has no interest in becoming friends, no interest in joining forces, no interest in hearing Leslie's latest scheme. But Leslie isn't there to make friends. She's there to issue a warning. She reveals that she sees through Haley's carefully crafted image, the perfect wife, the devoted partner, the innocent victim. According to Leslie, it's all an act. She believes Haley is running a long game, a carefully planned operation designed to secure Bill's wealth, power, and influence. Haley denies everything. Leslie laughs. Then she does something unexpected. She hands over her private contact information. Haley refuses to take it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.